The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Horrible Gamers Spotlight. This week, we have, of course, the Canadian, Brian Gibson is here.
I am. How's it going, everybody? Let's do this Spotlight thing.
I, of course, am Jesus Walks Loud, also known as Jesus. And we are joined by Johnathan H, a.k.a. Penpointred. Welcome, Johnathan, to the Spotlight Show.
Hey.
AKA our graphic designer.
Mm-hmm.
AKA the Titanfall King.
That's recognized.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But yeah, that's me. But yeah, thanks for having me here.
Hey, thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. So, Johnathan, we're here to talk about you. So, right now, you showed us all your hipster cred. Your
I am
cassette.
Patient Zero Hipster.
You are definitely a fucking hipster. If there's anyone that I know that's more hipster than you, I don't think there is anybody that's more hipster than you.
I have a record collection. I have a comic book collection.
He does?
You have a video disc collection. Okay, guys, do you know what a video disc is?
Yeah.
I want you to go to Google. I'm not talking about a laser disc. Go to Google and type in video disc player.
Come on, it's the coolest invention. It's the coolest invention since television.
It's like a humongous floppy disk.
It is
like a massive floppy disk, the size of like a laser disc case. It's a floppy disk that size, and it slides into a fucking machine. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I grew up watching those, and I have like 40 movies on that, including the original Star Wars and Secret of Nim, and
man, I thought I was hipster because I used to watch movies on Betamax. Okay, like you got me beat. All right,
Johnathan is the super hipster.
I am. Basically, the Wikipedia of hipster, I think they should have had me in there, basically.
Just photo, like, sitting there.
Photo of Johnathan just sitting there.
With your fucking hipster tea in your hand.
I was a hipster before hipsters were cool.
Yeah, he definitely was a hipster before hipsters were cool. He's over here drinking some kind of fucking weird... What kind of beer are you drinking again?
I'm drinking a Rubinator. It's from McMinimans. It's basically a Ruby Red mixed with a Terminator Stout. Yeah. So it's smooth and crisp. It's so good. And then also on the side, I'm drinking some warm sake just to keep my throat.
So hipster. You can't get more hipster than this. Holy shit! The hipster level of this podcast just went up.
Wait. Let me vape here for a second. Here.
Oh shit! He's vaping, guys. And I think he's sitting inside a coffee shop right now.
Yeah. Wait, coffee is so passe. I drink miso. Vitamin soda from Portland.
The real hipsters drink Viso.
It's made with the most precious ingredients in the world. They're great. Everything's good and good for you. Has all your vitamins and a bunch of caffeine. So if you're in Portland, just throw that coffee down, just stop drinking it, and Viso.
Oh.
Viso your life.
Oh, he's a commercial for Viso right now.
Wow. HGP brought to you by Viso.
Yeah.
Expect my case in the mail here any day now.
Oh man, so welcome people to the show. Johnathan, let's talk about you, man. So we know you're a hipster. We got that out of the way.
Yes.
We see that you are super hipster level 1000. Talk to us about video games, Johnathan. Do you consider yourself to be a horrible gamer, even though you're our graphic designer, design our logos?
Oh man, I'm totally a horrible gamer. Just because, I mean, if I'm playing anything on single player mode, I have to play it on the easiest setting, just so I can just get through it. If I play multiplayer games, I find like my one combination I like, and I just stick with it, and I don't vary. So like, I'm pretty I'm good on a public level, but I'm pretty trash on a professional level. So yeah.
Okay. Oh man. So Johnathan, do you know, for the people that are out there listening right now and they're wondering, why do they call this guy their graphic designer? Because you really are, right? You designed all our logos and shit, and we appreciate you, man. We really do.
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun. I love listening to you guys, and I think I was working on some rave flyer, like something I was actually getting paid to do, and it just hit like a mental block, and I was like, ugh. So like, I'd fine, it's gonna work on something else, just to kind of like productively procrastinate. And that's when you guys' logo popped out. But yeah, you guys gave me so much fucking material. Always talking like PC master race bullshit and all that. It's like it was good.
That's right, PC master race bullshit. Oh man. But yeah, Johnathan, we're working on getting you paid eventually.
Oh shit! I don't fucking care.
we owe you a check. We'll pay that eventually sometime.
Wait! What are we gonna pay him? The $10 that he's paying us?
Yeah, we'll pay him back. We'll pay him back the $10 that he's paying us. We got tricked. No, we give him back $3 and we keep $7.
$7.
There you go.
You know, taxes and shit.
You gotta pay the HGP tax.
Trickle down economics.
Trickle down economics, exactly. It works, right? Oh, man. So, how often do you usually play video games, Johnathan? I mean, are you like a gamer that games every day, every other day?
Yeah, I mean, I play every day these days. I've been kind of, off and on through my life. I grew up with video games, so they were like, from day one, as long as I can remember, I've been playing video games. Mm-hmm. But there's always been times where I did take like big breaks, and that's kind of when I was like partying or being social and shit. But these days I'm pretty old, so I try not to be social and shit. So I just like to stay home and play video games. So I pretty much play like every day. Okay. I get a couple hours, especially after work. It's really nice to unwind and just like rip into people on like Titanfall or some shit.
And why? I mean, I see you play games, but you usually play the same games, right? Like Titanfall and Sea of Thieves is all I've seen you play. And Titanfall.
Yeah. I mean, I basically kind of stick. I mean, I play some Destiny and some Gears of War too. I mean, I get those in there, and I've been playing a lot of that Deep Rock Galactic. But yeah, for the most part, Titanfall just is. I grew up on like BattleTech was one of my big geeking hobbies as a kid. So like that whole board game, and so it's always like really into robots and mech combat. And so when I got on Titanfall, I was like, holy fucking shit. And it's just such a good game. Like, I can play other stuff, but I always feel that it's not as good as Titanfall. So that's where I'm at. But Sea of Thieves is like so different than all that shit. It's like very relaxing, and you get pick your own pace. So I dig the play style of that, and the Deep Rock Galactic I feel is kind of similar. But mostly I just play. So I play video games to unwind after work, and then so that's like really fun. But then on the weekends these days, like for some damn reason, just because of being old and how early I work in the morning, I wake up at like today I woke up at 5 a.m. and that's ridiculous. So, but it was the perfect time though to either get some of those like solo games in, is get your good space, or on the weekends I find is when like little kids are playing video games, and I can crush the shit out of them on Titanfall too. So that's when I get most of my kills, is on the weekend mornings, because I feel that's when like the youngest kids are playing, and I can just like smash them. Yeah. So yeah.
Those little kids.
So yeah, it makes me feel good. So yeah, I always get couch on. I'm like, dude, we gotta smash little kids. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but they have like no self like defense style or whatever. So
they just attack.
It's much better than playing it like on Friday nights is basically like college kids on coke, or teenagers on Mountain Dew. So
oh shit.
So yeah, that morning time, you don't get any of those guys on there. It's just little kids.
You got it timed out. I see.
You do.
Okay.
Got to keep that KD up.
No doubt. So, I mean, are you looking forward to Sea of Thieves? I know you played a lot of the beta. Is this a game that you're going to be buying?
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I'm not going to be buying it because I'm going to be on the fucking Game Pass.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's destined that I'm going to be liking this because, I mean, it comes out on my birthday. Okay, so I've been following this game anyways. And then, I was surprised and, it was like, oh, not too shocking that it's going to be coming out on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, life, gravitates around me for some reason. So yeah, my birthday, Sea of Thieves. It's I am destined to be a pirate. I'm gonna be fucking badass.
Destined to be a pirate.
Yeah, I am gonna be working that day. It was kind of sad, but as soon as I get off work, I'm gonna be a pirate.
Are you? When is your birthday? So your birthday is March 20th.
Yeah. The first day of spring.
Oh man, happy birthday to you! Because this show is gonna be aired on your birthday, actually. So yeah, fuck, dude. Where do we go from here, Ryan? What's the next question?
The next question is, if you do play, what? How did you? Jesus, what the fuck is this?
So as often as you play video games, Jonathan, when you do play, are you proud, ashamed, or indifferent about them? I mean, how do you feel about playing games? It's not how I wrote it out.
No, but, you here. Let me read how it's written out, so I don't look like a fucking idiot. If you do play, are you proud, ashamed, or indifferent?
I think I'm overly proud of myself. So I think that's the reason why I play one game. It's just I can be always on the top. I'm always like, yeah. I take a lot of screenshots of myself kicking ass, if that's one thing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Proud of that shit.
Sometimes I'll even tell my wife, I'm like, I just got like 3 wins in a row, or whatever, right? Or undefeated, or
does she give you a high five?
No, she always looks at me like I'm stupid. But it's all right though.
Oh man!
Deep down, I know she appreciates it. She's like my man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh man. So in general, I mean, this is like a video game theme thing, right? So.
Oh shit! No, it's been positive for sure. Like because as I said, like there's been, I've gone through times where where I wasn't video gaming and which was fine. I was actually being like social, kind of doing like a lot of DJing and throwing raves and shit. But then at some point you get old and it's just like I can't keep up with that lifestyle and. It actually at one point it did get kind of tough, like because I was running like I had like my own shop for a while, and this shop called Home Base and this record label Reactionary, and all that was like kind of like full swing, but then like my dad got sick and passed away, and it kind of hit me pretty hard, and so like all that shit kind of like I kind of crashed and burned like all of it. Just during this process, like dealing with it, and kind of to get back to myself, like I kind of got back into video games because like I remember with my dad, it was like that's kind of one of the important things is like he's the one that got us into video games. Like he like my parents divorced when I was really young, so like he would pop by and I remember him bringing like a Sega Master System over, and that was pretty awesome. And like earliest memories like going to Toys R Us and finding like the little plastic thing and running up to a cashier and then cashing you out, and he was just basically me and my brothers would just like play this new game, and he would because he worked graveyard, so he just like would pass out on the couch behind us while we just played video games, and so kind of this is my way of kind of like re-getting with myself. I just kind of that's when I picked up like an Xbox. I think I picked up a 360 and I was really into the Gears of War series for a minute, so I kind of recapped into those and like Gears of War 2 and 3, and something about those games, all the camaraderie, like it really helped me through. Like, I was definitely going through like some posts, like, yeah, I said I kind of crashed and burned everything, so I was kind of going through like, some substance stuff and whatever, and it was really tough. But video game, it definitely like it got me through it. So, especially man, when I discovered freaking Titanfall, because Titanfall 1 took like every freaking button had to be used. So you had like, even if you're jonesing or something, or your mind was being like bad on you, like that game when you're playing it took all your concentration. So like you just couldn't think about other shit. And yeah, it was good. So yeah, like. So yeah. So basically, it's been really good. It's got me through some, a couple really like, well, I guess like one really rough time, but it was a really rough time. So yeah.
Wow. Some heavy shit, man. Fuck.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. Oh man, we start crying here. What's going on? I don't know how to handle the situation.
Yeah, the heavy. Yeah, no, like. Man. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, video games are good though, man, because it's a good outlet to let your, what I mean, just get out of your fucking life for a minute. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons I play video games sometimes. It's just to kind of not deal with the bullshit going on in my life, personally.
Yeah.
Because we all have problems. Everybody does. No matter who you are. You have a situation you're dealing with, and everybody's situation is just a little bit different, right? It's different kinds of fucked
completely.
Up for everybody.
Everybody has bullshit they're dealing with.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes harder than some. Like right now, things are pretty easy for me, which is nice for a change, and like, but yeah, so I just play video games. It's nice.
So I mean, how does playing video games tend to make you feel? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you feel good? You feel like you're stressed out? Or how do you feel when you're playing games, man? I mean, I don't know. You tend to play lots of like fast-paced shooters, so.
I did. I just like player interaction. I mostly play multiplayer games. Like, if I'm playing a single-player game, it's really hard for me to keep focusing through it. So, as long as I have like, if I'm online with some sort of online interaction, it just for some reason that's like my driving force. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I try. They make me feel good. If I'm playing Gears of War though, that shit kind of wrecks me sometimes, and I feel bad. But I usually do good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll get the crazy like angry message. I did get a really fucking rude message the other day. Some guy thought I was cheating.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got one of those.
Fucking hacker! You fucking hacker!
I know, yeah.
Fucking aimbot! I'm reporting you.
It's like, if you slide when it explodes, you're a cheater. I was like, what the hell does that even mean? It was funny. It was one of the better ones I've gotten. But he's like, I've never seen you on here. Ever.
Well, there's a lot of people playing worldwide, like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it's Titanfall 1, so there's not that many people playing.
Oh, there's 30 people playing.
One night. But shit. So I decided to play on the weekend, on a weekday for once. Did we lose Ryan?
But yeah, Titanfall is fun.
Yada. Titanfall. Yada yada.
Titanfall. Yada.
My favorite game. Yada yada.
Woo! We're all dying of this flu over here. I'm dying of the flu or something. Something's got me dying. I feel like shit today, man. I don't know what it is, but I'm dying, I think.
Man, if you had the same thing I had, there was like 2 days where I was just like, it was painfully sick. Like I went home to work, like me and my wife were driving home, and at one point I had to like get in the back seat and just like be in a fetal position and just like.
Yeah, today I haven't even really played video games, so like I would have thought that today would have been a day that I would like, hell yeah, I'm gonna play games and like.
Yeah, no.
No.
If it's like.
That's what I was like when I had my vacation there a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
It was, at the beginning of it, man, Jesus.
Yeah,
was
Jesus.
bad.
This is a good time to catch up on that ultra carbon. Just put that on. It won't make any. Just take a bunch of
It
medicine.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
That doesn't make any sense to just take a bunch of medicine and just be
cold medicine and just like watch it and go like, yeah. It is the time for it.
It sucks, man, because today's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all our listeners out there.
Day.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, fuck. It's just you want to drink and shit, but it's like you're sick. You're taking medicine. Probably shouldn't drink. Oh well.
You should drink some warm sake.
Oh fuck, hipster as fuck, huh? Warm sake.
Sorry, sake. I'm not even. But I would go to Japanese. So I can say it wrong and feel confident about myself.
So Jonathan, I mean,
yes.
What is something that you've learned from video games? Like, did you learn? What's the skill that you've learned in real life from a video game? Don't tell me how to drive a fucking Mac or something.
What did I learn from fucking video games? I mean, I haven't really learned that much. I mean, they're basically.
I learned how to drive a Titan.
Well, that's what's funny. It's like, okay, so as far as like,
it's gonna go there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, as far as like life skills, I don't feel like I've learned anything specific, but I feel that they have like, because going through Gears of War Horde mode, all 50.
It's getting you ready for the apocalypse, right?
No, I got
your doomsday.
I have people management skills. Like I have stress management, so I don't get overwhelmed. So I can micromanage. But in the future, though, I feel that I mean, if we ever get attacked by aliens and I need to jump in a fucking robot, man, I'm good. You guys just sign me up.
Just sign Johnathan up. Just send him out there by himself to fight all the aliens.
Or if you guys have like locust people coming in through the gravel, just give me a chainsaw gun, and I know my shit.
If we ever get attacked by llamas, like in that game, you can drive the robot.
There you go.
I can totally drive. I can drive any, as long as it's a Titan robot. If I can hit the A button and it goes forward, I'm good.
If I can mash the X button over and over again to eject.
And hold the trigger to shoot.
I can't wait to be an actual Titan pilot. It's going to be one of these days.
Yeah, the future is near, man. The future is near.
It's right around the corner.
Jonathan, is there any type of gaming that what is the gaming that you consider to be too much gaming? What is too much gaming?
Oh man, I mean there is. If I'm not hanging out with my wife, what I probably should be or whatever. But these days, she likes watching TV, so we just keep each other in space. But there are times that when I feel I should be there. I do feel. So I feel I've been on like a vacation in a way of things. So, because I was really active until about like 2 years ago, and then I just kind of took a break on like, rave promoting and all this other shit. So now I've just been like, I feel like on a vacation, and like these days I don't even like, I barely like paint or draw at home. So I kind of feel I need to start doing more of that. So I've been kind of feeling it these days. So I think maybe instead of playing Titanfall, I've actually been thinking about this. I think I might have to start watching people play Titanfall while I'm painting and drawing.
Wow.
But or maybe or I'll watch you guys do some shit. But I just feel like I don't know. I think because back in the day when I did the most painting is when I started playing like Gears of War execution mode. So like you would go and you have to wait. If you died, you have to wait for your team to die to kind of respawn. So you'd have like a good couple minutes to kind of like just sit there. So I would just be painting or drawing or doing whatever. But these games, things just like games are so fast, so you're constantly respawning, and there's not really that downtime anymore. So I need to kind of recalibrate and work that in. But I mean, yeah, that's the only time I feel like there's too much gaming. It's actually, I feel I do quite a bit, but I'm happy with it. But I probably should cut it down a little bit to kind of incorporate, some horrible gamers graphics and shit in there. Like, man, I got a couple great ideas brewing. Like,
there you go. We need new T-shirts, Jonathan. We got new T-shirt designs.
Oh no, there's a new T-shirt. I wanted some horrible gamer socks where there's like you guys each as a little toe with Gunny as a baby toe. And it says like I'm not the baby toe. And so like,
So perfect.
I have so many ideas just like brewing in my head for shit that I just need to kind of like. I mean, I'll give myself some super project.
Guys, why'd you make me the baby toe?
I'm not the baby toe. but yeah. I'll give myself some super project these days. Like I just did like that Titanfall study on the Xbox One. I hit it through Reddit and a couple other Facebook groups and stuff. Shout out to Elite Pilots Facebook and Titanfall Xbox users. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so I did like some graphics and stuff like that. I'll give myself like these days I have to kind of like in all my life I basically like just doing graphic design for myself or for my friends. So I won't do it for like a big corporate. It's a good thing you guys don't pay me because I hate to be paid.
Super hipster. He's anti-corporate.
I am super hipster. I'm going to do it for personal causes. I won't get paid for my skill. Fuck you guys. So, yeah, no, it's always been that way. I'll never.
Oh, shit.
Corporation. Like I work for Blockbuster and stuff, and they'll get like my day-to-day badassness, but all my artistic skills and stuff. Yeah, that's personal. So like. But anyway, I have a bunch of projects I need to be doing. So long story short, but
I appreciate it, man. We Hipster Johnathan designing. We got a great graphic designer there, Ryan. Yeah, man. He doesn't want to even get paid by us. It's good.
No. Right. Fuck your money.
Yeah, he's paying. That's how anti-corporate he is. He's paying us shit.
Yeah, even back at the record label I did, like if any DJs wanted to play and shit at our parties, like not only like they weren't like, we weren't paying them. If anything, we had to like throw in money to make shit happen, and they were carrying speakers, so it just carries over. So it's always been hardcore or die. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, what is your favorite thing about the video game industry or gaming in general? And what is the worst thing about video games or the industry in your opinion?
Oh, yeah, I take on the worst one because I've been actually kind of thinking about this. So, the worst thing for me is fucking people who quit early on games. What the hell is that bullshit? What is rage quitting? No, fuck you, little kids. In my day, you stay till the fight's won. I mean, that's what G.I. Joe taught us. And I don't know if they had G.I. Joe in their lives or not, but you don't quit when your team is losing. You don't quit if you just got your ass wrecked, especially for teams winning. You just don't quit. You stick through it. Just stick through the damn game. I hate people who quit early. I don't understand.
You know what's the worst right now for me personally is I play Clash Royale a lot, and they have 2 versus 2. And if people see people drop certain cards, they won't even try and fight. They'll just be like, and then you're left there to face 2 people by yourself. It's like
that sucks. Yeah, no, I don't understand people's
terrible.
Terrible. If I join and they'll throw me into a game that's like we're losing, and I don't look at it like, oh man, that sucks. I'm in a game where we're losing. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. We're about to make a comeback. You just have to. I like the I like being.
You like the challenge. Right?
I like the challenge. I don't want shit fucking easy to me. So like, I don't understand why people have to quit early. It just messes shit up. So yeah, that's the worst thing about this generation, I think. And I kind of. Mm-hmm. You definitely see it again when I'm playing with like little kids in the morning. Oh no, the worst. Little kids will stick through it because I think they're just like too dumb or whatever. So like little kids on the weekends.
They're trying to watch you and learn from you. You know what I mean?
But I know it's like Friday nights when it's like teenagers on Mountain Dew and shit. They'll rage quit or they'll just quit. They quit all the fucking time. Your teams are constantly in flux. So Yeah. So, anyways, that's for me. That's the worst thing of this current industry or whatever video game it is. Fucking rage quitters. Don't fucking quit. And let me see here. And as far as the good things, I mean, just video games are just fucking amazing. It's like this day and age, it's just crazy to think about. Growing up with video games, they're all in your head on what could be cool. Just my mind would be blown if I had like access to these video games when I was like 12.
Oh, man.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do. I'd be like, so I feel like we're in like a prime time of like some of the choicest video games going on right now. I know they're gonna be cool later, but I feel like right now we're just like at a very good moment, and it's cool to be kind of a part of it.
They're definitely at the best they've ever been, right?
Well, we're at that last part of it, as far as being like, I think the best of like, don't want to say analog, but as far as like, system based, I think we're at the cusp of that, and then at the beginning of another phase, and so we're kind of catching both of that shit.
Yeah.
So it's cool. People are getting experimental with stuff. We're about to get into the whole AR industry. There's a bunch of shit coming down the pipe, but right now we're just it's just mind blowing what fucking people can do.
Yeah.
So Jonathan,
Yes.
what do you think when you hear the word gamer?
I don't know. I think
Nerd.
hot gamer chicks.
Ooh.
No. No. Shit. I don't know. It's like I mean, well, what type of gamer are you? Because Because I mean I grew up a nerd, so I always grew up board gaming. So I'm like, oh, so if someone said, "Hey, are you a gamer?" I'm like video games and board games. So we're talking about, and then go from there. So I think a gamer's it's pretty general category, but I guess it's a good like foot in the door. It's like asking a raver or electronic person if they. Hey, you rave? I don't know.
Are you a raver?
Are you a raver?
What kind of raver?
What kind of raver are you?
No, I got.
You like the drum and bass?
No,
Are you about the jungle? You like the happy hardcore? Huh?
I like the breakcore myself. Breakcore, hardcore, speedcore guys. Boom, 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 jungle. But mostly breakcore. A little bit of dubstep in there. Some grindcore. But for fun. Oh yeah, but yeah. So So basically, saying "Hey, are you a gamer?" to me is like the equivalent of saying "Hey, do you party?" It's it's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
If that means anything.
What about when you hear female gamer?
Female gamer? I think it's tight. I mean, oh, good. Oh, that's hot. No, I mean, but of course, like, I figure there's a bunch of female gamers these days, and they're all fucking good too. So, man, I especially like Titanfall 2 is weird because you don't really like talk to like random people, but Titanfall 1, for a while, I swear, it was just like it was mostly like really good female pilots in there. So, I know they're out there. There's a bunch of them, and they're pretty fucking brutal. So, yep.
According to
I'm pro women in video games.
According to this article I'm looking at right now, it says here that Twitch, Amazon's Twitch has partnered with a company called Dreams Fund, and they're trying to basically promote or give away to 1,000 female gaming streamers during March 1st through the April 1st. They're trying to give 1,000 Twitch streamers that are female gamers anywhere from $500 to $2,000 for to help them get their streaming set up. That's crazy.
Cool. Yeah, well, it's so I don't follow a lot of Twitch. I really don't watch. I need to start watching Twitch, as I said. So I'm gonna start browsing around. So if you guys want to send me any links, just go for it. Pinpoint-Red. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna start kind of browsing around, but I haven't really started following any Twitch users. But all I can say is like, I mean, God, I feel stupid kind of saying this for being as a guy, but I definitely I appreciate the female streamers that are kind of keeping it real and not trying to like over sexualize their channel to get people to watch them. I don't think that's a good tendency. So yeah, just keep it good. It's harder for a guy. I mean, I don't, of course there's a cute guy out there as like.
I wouldn't say that though, dude. Like, it's a cute really guy hard on the girls. It's easy for them to get. It's easy for them to get viewers and stuff. But the shit that they have to go through in their chat, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
No, that's true. I guess it's the give and take. Yeah. No, you're totally correct. They are probably more apt to get more viewers, but with all those viewers come more like kind of creeps and just kind of people.
Every time I watch a female streamer, I just sit there and wait for the chat to ask, "How old are you? Where are you from?"
Yeah, I feel that.
Like just shit like that, or you get the people's, "Oh, nice tits."
Yeah, no, completely. I mean, it's a guy, you're like, nice tits, right? Thank you.
They are all right, aren't they? It's Blair. Woohoo! Here we go.
I've been working out
the streamer. I'll just. Guys, how's it going?
I don't know many of us guys that can, if we start like streaming topless, if we'll get more viewers or not.
There you go.
I don't think anyone wants to look at my hairy chest.
My pasty shit. Yeah.
But okay, and this is kind of a dumb question, but I know you. I
love dumb questions. Go for it.
Have you formed any friendships or relationships through video games?
Nah.
Not really. No. I just kind of tend to keep on myself. I just play with my old high school buddies, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but no. I definitely made a lot of friends on here. It's fun though because it's actually good mashing up between because like I'm not so social anymore than I used to, but some of those friends that in those social scenes I still keep up with, and so like when I'm playing video games, I'm playing with my old high school buddies and middle school buddies, and then I'm playing with people who I used to fucking party crap with or whatever, and then all these new friends on here, and so like it's a good mixture, and it's nice. I feel like I'm keeping social without having to go out, and when I go out, I have a possibility of getting in trouble and shit, so I was just staying inside these days and just keeping to myself. Yeah, so, but I love seeing all my friends on here, and yeah, I've made a bunch of friends through. I definitely made friends even back in the day when playing Gears of War 1. I have a fuck ton of like Titanfall 1 players that I'm friends with, like so many. So, and then Horrible Gamers, you guys are rad too, of course.
I never would have guessed that you had a lot of people that played Titanfall.
Titanfall 1, because it's more of the way the lobbies are set up. You get to know all these guys, and then so you'll start adding them. So I have I have a fuck ton of Titanfall 1 friends, but yeah.
That's
I'm popular. What can I say?
Ooh, guy.
You're not like Eric, right? You got
friends. You got lots of friends to play with.
I got too many friends. I have to go invisible sometimes to get my own personal space, or I jump into the lonely line of PlayStation to get away from everybody.
PlayStation is pretty lonely, man. Every time I'm on there, I'm like, there's nobody on here. What the fuck's going on?
I have friends on there, but it feels I think
don't get me started on PlayStation again, Jesus. Don't do it.
But yeah, it's something about that light and just like the music. It just feels like a very isolated experience when you're in there the whole time. It's not friendly.
It's not like Xbox where you see your friends list all the time, and
I know. It's not telling you what your friends are playing constantly. Yeah. Even when you're sitting there like on the couch not playing video games or anything, it's like 6 of your friends are playing Titanfall 2. And you're like,
Ryan Gibson just started playing Sea of Thieves. It's like, what the fuck?
Damn it. Maybe fine. Maybe you'll play that.
And then like someone pops up online like, they call me Iams. It's online. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I care if he's online? Why? Why do I want to know?
Because you might want to play with him.
No,
you might want.
No, I don't want to play with Iams.
He might be good enough that you want to play with him.
Then all you have to do is bounce over. All you have to do is like bounce over to him and hit the nice little X button, and boosh, you're all in chat. The PlayStation, you have to go over to him. and do all this other shit that kind of get something started.
Create a party, and then invite to a party or some shit like that.
It's such a pain in the ass. Fucking
fucking PlayStation.
I can't wait till a cross-platform play. Because it's
Johnathan, you need to listen to this week's episode when it comes out because awesome. I went on a fucking rant.
Because there's a lot of my friends on PlayStation. I haven't played my PlayStation in a couple of days because I've been digging the controller is so nice too and all that stuff. And I'm like, man, if this was crossplay, I just wish I could just be playing with my friends on PlayStation right now. So yeah. It's just one of these days. That's our biggest hurdle right now. Once that breaks,
it ain't gonna happen this generation.
The future. That's really our biggest.
It won't be the future
that we have.
It won't be the future until Sony starts to lose sales, and
that is our Berlin Wall. I know. It needs to happen. I just want to see that happen so bad.
You get a lot of people
go in. The Xbox people need to go in on their side, and the PlayStation people need to go in on their side, and we need to break down this wall. Just break it down.
I wish they could just say, like, hey, PlayStation, Sony, we'll let you guys have PlayerUnknown's Battleground 2, just if you allow it to cross-play. Just open up those doors, and we'll PUBG. Just do it.
You know what? You know what's funny? I said the exact same thing.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so tight.
You know what Sony will say? We don't need that. We have Fortnite.
Our gamers are,
Shut down.
It's just such a shame. It is definitely, because, there's a lot of money that those, because, say a game comes out, like Titanfall 3 comes out in this crossplay. If Sony had, like, their personal skins that, were exclusive, that were awesome, or Xbox had their exclusive skins or primes, like, I would be all about that. And just, like, the amount of, like, camaraderie or, like, aggressiveness you would see towards the other system when you saw one of those Titans, like, land, would be just like, oh, it'd be so fucking great, There's a lot of money to be made once they open up this whole crossplay thing. You need to fucking do it.
That would be pretty badass, though. You see the fucking one Titanfall, and it's got, like, Xbox logos all over it. And the fucking other Titanfalls, and it's, like, fucking PlayStation, and they're like, whoa, let's do this!
Fuck that dude. He's playing on a PlayStation. Fuck that guy. Or you're on the PlayStation. Yeah, no. It's the amount of, like...
That would be the most badass commercial for them to come out and be like, all right, we're opening the doors for crossplay, and it's like,
I know, boom, exclusive,
fucking Xbox boom,
No,
the PlayStation guy comes down, and it's like, rah!
It's fucking great. Hey, it would be the shit. Like, they need to do that. They need to do it. Like, Sony, I know you guys. I know those higher ups are listening to you guys.
Of course, they listen to us.
Just remember, there's so much money to be made. Just open it up and just make money off of it. Exclusives. That you always have your exclusive content. Just even Destiny, just exclusive skins. Just do it. Make money. We'll be happy with it. We just want to play with our friends on any system and not have to worry about it.
They want you to buy their system, though.
I'll buy both systems. I don't fucking care.
You know what I want, truly? Mm-hmm. I want it to be like, buy whatever system you want. It doesn't matter. Right. Buy your games, and they work on all the systems. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just buy the game. You don't...
Yeah.
It's like and then if you're playing on Xbox or you're playing on fucking PS4, you own it across all platforms. But that'll never happen.
What you're mostly paying for is basically the screen, basically your screen experience, your home screen experience going through PlayStation Network or Xbox Live, or the controller and peripherals. Like, whatever you prefer is basically your selling points. So they would basically have to really get that shit up.
But instead of fucking buying a game that has the Xbox logo on it or the PlayStation logo on it, you just buy the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You own that license across all platforms.
Yeah.
One of these days.
That'll never happen. They make way too much money.
Exactly.
On different platforms.
They're way too invested in their own stores to let that happen, right? So...
We'll see if there's a panic of some sort of industry, like if the digital sales are crippling physical sales so much that they have to kind of like resort to that, you know.
But that's not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, video games are growing and growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So
in the year Y3K is when we can expect that to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, are these games Y3K compliant?
That's the future. It's like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen in our lifetime, I don't think. Speaking of the future, where do you see the future of video games going in 10 years, Johnathan?
Oh man, I hope basically AR, AR as far as like, I feel there's gonna be a lot more spectating video games. So you know, in my old age, you know, I'll probably still be playing some Titanfall and whatever, some Gears of War when I'm like 80, but part of me would freaking, especially like older I get, or like, you know, generations probably getting older too, is just the fact of like watching competitive play, but being able to spectate matches, I think are going to be bigger in the future. So, as far as, and AR can make it better, because then, you know, they even displayed like on the Minecraft thing where you have that table in front of you and it just shows like what's going on. So if you have a table in front of you and if you're watching a match of Halo or whatnot, or Gears of War, just being able to see the whole match take place in front of you on a surface would be amazing. So I hope that's where video games are going on the spectation level, because, you know, I'd pay for that shit, and especially big tournament matches or whatever. And it seems like that's, I can see it going there very easily.
Yeah. I want, like, HoloLens would be a cool peripheral if it was cheaper and Microsoft could pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be a cool gaming peripheral to have.
I think we're still about like 5 years away on that, all that shit. But it's gonna happen. So
yeah, because there's a phone game there's a few games on my phone that I have that they have AR settings, and you can like play them in augmented reality. It turns on your camera on your phone on the back, and it like projects whatever you're looking at on the game onto whatever surface you're pointing your phone at.
Holy shit.
And then you can walk around the room, and like the thing is like staying there in place, and you can walk around it and you can look at the things, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah,
that's amazing.
It would be pretty neat to have something like that in like with Xbox or even Sony. I mean, but Sony does have VR. But
yeah,
AR would be neat to see.
I mean, the Atari, though, is coming out with something pretty groundbreaking. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Atari is not going to be groundbreaking. The fucking Atari box is not going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be more like...
The world as we know it is about the
groundbreaking for how fucking bad it sells. And yeah, that thing's going to fail.
It's going to be not even VR or AR. It's going to be like XR. It's going to be awesome.
Ooh, some new...
Oh, God. Atari box is going to be the biggest failure.
Atari R.
It'll be Ouya number 2.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be the coolest thing ever.
Avari.
Oh, nice.
The fucking.
This is right now, like, we need to rename our product right now.
Atari is gonna be like Ouya when Ouya was at E3 that one year, and they made him park in the parking lot. Yeah. Like 2 blocks away to show off their console.
I think the new Atari is gonna be the hottest thing since Robbie the Robot. We all know, like, man. That changed video games as we know them. Video games have not been the same since Robbie, and I feel Atari is gonna hold that mantle to the next degree.
Yeah, because Robbie the Robot was such a fucking success.
Oh, yeah. It was changed video games. Video games were never the same.
I don't think that had anything to do with fucking Robbie.
Robbie did fucking shit.
It was like the coolest thing ever, but no one had it. It was like nobody ever had that.
It was the coolest commercial to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I knew one person, I think, my entire life that actually had the Robbie the Robot.
I kind of recollect one person, and they didn't even like it either. They're like, oh yeah, it's Robbie.
No, it was stupid.
I know. It like raised the disc up, and that was it. So it didn't even fucking play your game for you or suck your dick or whatever.
All right. Next question, Jonathan. How did you start listening to the Horrible Gamers podcast?
I had this really cool job that I was doing like some like graphic, basically assembling some like graphic design material for Nike and stuff, and it was really rad. I was listening to music and having a good time and working there, but then I got fired. Ooh. And that sucked. so then I started working this really, really shitty job, and I mean, it wasn't shitty. It was just really boring. I was just working with boxes, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking boring. And music just made my day go that much longer. Like a 3-minute song only killed 3 minutes, so I'm like, holy shit, this is gonna take fucking forever. So I was like, oh, podcast. So because I liked Radio Lab, and I started kind of checking out some. And I was like, I bet there's some podcasts on video games. And so, yeah, I looked up video games, and you guys happened to pop up. And it was awesome, too, because actually the very first episode I listened to was when you guys just formed up. You're like, hey, this is our new episode. We just, I talked to some people online and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, it was just funny because, you guys were just fresh. And that was the first episode I started listening, and I just kind of kept up from there. And, yeah, you guys are fucking funny. I like how you guys cuss, and you say some very inappropriate and stupid shit, and I'm cool with that. So then I found out you're from Portland, or around the Portland area, which is cool because I'm from the Portland area, and everybody here is pretty fucking rad for the most part, and Gibbs is cool. Like you, and then Eric was rad because I played lots of Gears, so I was like, oh, sweet, someone that talks about Gears, because that was the Gears has been a good chunk of my life. I love fucking Gears, so it's about that, and Gunny's funny. Like at first I didn't like him, like he's this fucking old guy, but then he's just so funny because he's fucking old, and he's just like, I'm old, I'm old myself. I mean, I guess I'm saying it's Ryan, but holy shit. But yeah, Gunny says some awesome shit, and the fact that he like pops blue pills and like ending your guys' thing is like the best thing ever. So yeah, it's fucking funny. So yeah, I love you guys. It's been good.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I remember when you first were reaching out to us. It was through Twitter. And Gunny brought you up. He's like, hey, this Pinpoint Red guy tweeted.
I was trying to ask you guys questions, and I had like so many letters trying to like abbreviate, and you guys were like, I don't even know what he's asking, but man, this sucks.
Oh shit, I remember that. Yeah, but man, it's been really cool getting to know you and you doing some some logos for us and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. I think my first thing was fucking around with that fake movie poster. It was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah,
we need another one of those for sure.
Poster, yeah. The Horrible Gamers the movie.
Yeah. They got too big, too fast.
Oh, damn.
There needs to be a sequel that comes out. So yeah, we'll have to work on that shit.
We should make that a poster next time.
See if we should just sell it. We should just sell it.
Yeah. No, that we could definitely make because I know the print size on that shit. So yeah, it'd be awesome to have at home. Just on your wall. But then shortly after that, then that's when me and Jesus did that Resident Evil escape room shit that came through Portland.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. So it's been a good experience hanging out with you guys. It's been horribly great. But yeah. Good job.
Okay, guys.
Shit.
It's been fun, guys. Super hipster, Jonathan.
I do like how I appear like on every episode somehow, even if I'm not on it. Like Jonathan's mentioned in there, like every fucking episode. It's super funny.
Well, we have to mention you, man. You do our logos for us. What do you want us to do?
Well, now and also now that I donate money, you guys have to.
Yeah, and then we have to. Yeah, like we have to mention you now. So it's like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, sweet, they mentioned me. Good. So, yeah.
Like,
You know what, too? I always forget to talk about when we play Titanfall.
Oh,
I
did you
always
not
forget to
fucking
talk about that on the show unless you're on there.
I actually fucking got Gibbs to play some PvP Titanfall 2 with
Really?
me and Couch yesterday. It was fun. Yeah,
Playing
Gibbs actually
Titanfall.
you held your own. You did good. Yeah, we were proud of you, man. Yeah, no, you did good.
Aw,
we
thanks,
kept winning.
guys.
Oh, boy.
Titanfall is fun. You know, like it is a
See,
fun.
Jesus, I'm not that bad.
Ooh.
I can play.
Okay.
Yeah, and even on shout out to another podcast but Podcast Unlocked, the IGN one, there was like 2 minutes where they were just like going out, like they were talking about like Splinter Cell or something, and they actually stopped and started talking about Titanfall for like 2 minutes on how good it was.
It's a good game, and it's so
it's
overlooked. It's overlooked by so many
Titanfall
people.
is super overlooked, man. That game is awesome. It's a lot of fun.
And
Like,
for-
I'm not even a big fan of... I've said this before a million times. I'm not a big fan of competitive multiplayer, but I actually have fun when I play Titanfall. Like,
I mean, the game, it just handles so well. Like, it does what you want it to do, and it's
and it
so
feels right.
fluid.
It's intuitive.
Yeah,
you
you
know
call
what I
him
mean?
Yeah.
fucking Titan.
Kinda-
The wall running feels good. It feels normal to wall run that game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like
But,
Call of
hopefully with
Duty, where Call of Duty, when you wall ran, there was like a weight to the character that felt kind of weird. In Titanfall, it just feels normal to wall run.
Yeah.
You just-
Oh, no, you see a plan
Wall
ahead
run
of you, and you know you can do it. You're like, I'm gonna glide on this thing,
Yeah, I'm
jump
gonna-
over there,
yep.
double jump,
and I'm
glide.
gonna slide under that fucking gap
Yeah.
right there, so I can get into that room and shoot everybody.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a good feeling game. But hopefully, I mean, Titanfall 3, it was actually bought out by, Respawn bought EA, so now it's like fully produced by them.
EA bought Respawn.
Or sorry, EA. Sorry, let's say it backwards. Yeah, my bad. So, anyways, but I'm hoping that basically this time, because it got that shit launch date, so hopefully this time EA actually launches it with a bit more like consideration.
Seriously, like
and a lot
Titanfall
more
2 got the
and a lot more
worst launch
promotion.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
like
thing
minimal
launched-
promotion.
Yeah, it
and
got like
all this
launched between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Who the fuck does that?
I know.
You release
So-
Battlefield and
Like,
then you
watch,
release Titanfall?
3 is going to come out the same day as Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, or
Oh,
some
I know.
shit.
No, the one I'm worried about.
Red Dead 2 comes out November 5th. Titanfall 3, November 6th.
So I think Titanfall 3 is going to come out around like March of 2019. So I'm hoping around my birthday because life again revolves around.
March
me,
is
so
a good.
fucking
It was a
awesome.
good window
But,
when they
but
released it last
other
time.
the other game that's supposed to come out around then is that what's the
Anthem?
other one that's Anthem? Yeah.
Anthem?
And so those two games are very similar to each other. So that's kind of like making me a little nervous. But
They're not
Iron Man
similar. It's
Simulator.
Iron Man Simulator, MMO bullshit.
Yeah.
To me, what's the Anthem bullshit game? It's gonna be like Destiny. I'm gonna get bored of it. It's gonna
Yeah.
be that stupid grindy shit where you have to
I'm
grind.
gonna play both of them. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it myself because, I can run around as Iron Man and shit. But I'm definitely looking way more forward to Titanfall 3. But they're both put out by EA, so it feels kind of funny that they're gonna put something out like so close to each other. But yeah, maybe they'll work it out. But yeah, Titanfall.
Maybe next year, instead of being like, because you know how they usually skip Battlefield for a year, right? Like they'll do Battlefield and then they'll skip it and release another one. Maybe next year, instead of releasing Battlefront, they'll skip Battlefront to like give it like another year to kind of like, and then maybe they'll release Titanfall in the fall instead of Battlefront.
That'd be a good idea on their part.
Just to let like the hate, just to let the hate die down about Battlefront. You know what I mean?
Depends on whether Disney wants another game next year or not. You know
I
what
think
mean?
I think EA could have enough sense to try to convince Disney, like, hey, give us a year in between these games just so we can release this.
Well, that's what also kind of complicates the whole timing of things. Is I think that actually the next Star Wars game is the Respawn game. So it's Respawn doing.
They are doing a Respawn game.
Yeah, so it's like, which one's going to come out first? So like,
I know Titanfall 3 might not be for like another 3 years.
I know. Yeah, I think I saw somewhere that they said like it's gonna be 2020 for the Respawn Star Wars, but that seems like that's far away. That's a long
time. Yeah, that's so far away. But I mean, the contract that they signed with Disney was for 10 years, and they signed it in 2014.
Yeah.
So they still have to 2024.
Oh, I know. I can't wait for a Respawn Star Wars though. That's gonna be the best fucking shit.
But I mean,
ever.
I could definitely see like
those ATSTs are gonna be great.
I could definitely see Titanfall 2 being next year in the fall, though, to compete against Call of Duty, just so they have a shooter out there to compete with Call of Duty, because that's all they really care about is competing with them in that space.
I guess we're gonna see it on E3 this year. Is what they're man, I'm so excited for E3 this year. There's gonna be so many big games just getting boom, boom, boom down there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, new Gears of War, Halo, all that shit. But yeah.
Johnathan.
Yes.
Before the show's over, I need you to tell me one thing.
What's up?
What is your favorite HGP moment?
My favorite moment.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite moment. Oh man, there's been a bunch of them, but I feel it. It just
doesn't
goes
have to be just one. If you got a couple.
know. I just keep. I mean, anytime that Gunny goes off on a thing where he just sounds like old is just my favorite. It was like the time when he was talking about, he's like, I heard from my friends that these people I talked to online that this was gonna come out. Is this real or not?
What was that again? What game was that? Was it Red Dead? I think it was. No, it was Grand Theft. It was Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, that kind of shit is my favorite. Like. I'm like, oh my god, but I just like, oh, just be laughing so hard. It's been good shit. Yeah. Gunny is hilarious. He totally doesn't mean to be either, and it's just the best. So yeah, go Gunny.
Go Gunny. Oh, is there any favorite episode that you have from the ones you've heard, like any of the shows?
Jesus.
I mean, we've done over 100 as the new crew. Yeah.
New shit. Yeah. The man, now you guys' Game of the Year edition was pretty. It felt like a Christmas special. The way you guys kept having guests pop in and pop out was pretty amazing. Like I think I was traveling, and it was pretty fucking amazing. Just I couldn't believe how many people you guys would just in and do some shit and pop out and do some. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, that the Game of the Year edition was pretty choice.
Okay.
Was that the Game of the Year? Or was that the year? You guys did some.
No, that Game of the Year was just us.
Yeah. So wait. So which one? What was the one where you were with the IAMs and you had a bunch of people popping in and popping out?
Oh, that was what was that one? Was it it was like a Christmas one. It was like some kind of Christmas thing we did.
Yeah, because it was right around Christmas. Because that's when I was doing some holiday traveling when that came out, and it was pretty beautiful. Yeah, it was
beautiful.
It's like, holy shit, I can't believe where this is going. Like I was always on my seat.
Was that one of the shows where I wasn't there and I showed up at the end or
you
something?
showed up at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just me and Iams answering a bunch of random questions from everybody.
It's like a 5-hour episode or something like that. It was fucking long. It was just and there's so many pop in and pop outs. But yeah, that had to be my favorite. Make sure you want to do a holiday special each year because that was good.
Yeah, we try to do that sometimes around Thanksgiving if we can, or if not around Christmas. I mean, usually our end of the year, that type of stuff, we end up doing shit like that where we have people jump in. Usually, Iams does a Thanksgiving special for his show, the Horribly Awkward Show, and sometimes we get on there.
Oh man, now I gotta beep that out again.
Yep. Sorry, you have to edit that
out. All right, okay, so we're ready to restart.
Yeah. Iams, he does that one show, and he does a Thanksgiving special. So yeah, I mean, check it out. It's fun, to get on there and just hang out with friends, and talk about whatever you want to talk about, because that's really what it is about. And yeah.
So it's about talking about stuff.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much.
Talk about games. Talk about
like this spotlight is.
Let's talk about all the games that we can play together. Let's talk about games.
This spotlight, like these spotlight shows, are really about you. You can talk about whatever you want.
Let's talk about games.
Talk about games, Johnathan. VR.
VR is the future.
The future.
No,
VR. You played Skyrim VR? I played Skyrim VR.
I haven't played Skyrim VR, but so yeah, that's why I got excited about VR. Is I feel, I was a raver, so I put myself through many psychedelic experiences. So I just these days I just need to be excited about something that I haven't seen before, and fucking VR does that. It's I swear the shit that you see in VR is way more crazier than a fuckload of drugs back in the day. Like, it's crazy. Like,
VR better than drugs.
It is better than drugs. Like, that's basically what you were chasing in drugs back then is what VR can do for you. So, if you drink some nice warm sake, put on your headset, so you can have a psychedelic experience of your own. So, if you feel like doing some PCP or some angel dust or some acid,
put on a VR headset.
Just to enhance it. I understand.
Yeah, that's gonna go over great.
Yeah, put on a VR headset.
You're gonna
take some LSD.
VR headset. That's what you're gonna have.
Some LSD. You might have a broken TV because you fell over into your TV.
You fell over. You fucking ripped the headset off and threw it at the TV. No, get me out!
But no, I just so I'm glad that VR is actually something these days because that's the whole point with me when I finally saw VR was actually attainable and something because in all my life and all my childhood there's always been like advertisements for the VR experience.
The VR, yeah.
And it's always been bullshit. Even like, Game Boy VR or whatever back in the day, I can't remember what they called it. But
I remember that bullshit, the red one, yeah.
Yeah. But VR has always been
Virtual
a bullshit
Boy?
Yeah, Virtual Boy. So VR has always been like a bullshit experience. It's nice that through all my life that is actually finally something. So I think that's why I was mostly excited about it. It was just like it was my lifeblood of my lifelong hype. It was finally realized, and yeah, it was fun. Like Thumper's good. There's a lot of good shit in the horizon. Yeah, I'll be back on the VR train here in like within 5 days. So we're gonna team up on some shit.
Ooh.
Even though it's crazy. I know we have to get move sticks, but the first time that you try, Star Trek VR, they start you off as like a female pilot. So the first time you look down and you have boobs is like the craziest thing. You're like, I have boobs. It's
sweet. Can I touch them?
Ooh.
I know. You will try to touch them. Guaranteed. But yeah. I can't wait to play some shit like cooperative with you, like that the tank battle one we'll have to do.
Yeah, that tank battle one looks cool.
That vector racers or vectors sprint vector looks fucking fun. And I feel I'll get in like a hell of shape. And then that dress,
or hurt yourself.
I mean, there's a lot of good shit coming out, so I'm pretty excited about the whole aspect of it. I'm sad that Xbox is waiting, even though I kind of understand their position in a way, but I feel with the Scorpio, they should have actually
something, yeah.
They should have said that at the same time, like, hey, this can actually do VR shit too. So
they did.
They're waiting. They're waiting to see how Windows reality takes off.
They said they could do it, but they weren't going to support it or something like that.
They weren't going to make it themselves.
Once the Windows VR or mixed reality shakes out, that's when you're going to find out whether it's coming to Xbox or not.
Yeah, and it's kind of a pain in the ass having the whole wired set up on you, but it just seems like
that's
something.
That's the other thing too, right? Like they don't want a wired experience; they want it to be wireless.
I wonder how many people are like, because that's actually when they announced that's the day that I bought a PlayStation 4 and got VR. So I don't know how many people are like me on that. And they were just like waiting for it, and they're like, "Come on, this is when they're going to announce it," and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to do it." It's like, okay.
One problem that I do see with that though, with Microsoft waiting so long, is that by that point they actually start making a headset for the Xbox that's like an Xbox headset or some shit, right? Like, say they make their own headset and they're going to release it at $200. Sony could just start undercutting them by a lot because their headsets will be already out, for such a long time that they can just sell them for so much cheaper. Like, we're dropping our price down to $150 or $140 or whatever, and then Xbox is going to be struggling then again.
Well, Xbox said that they were going to work with third-party people to work on their VR headsets, so then they can definitely undercut PlayStation because being a third party vendor, they'll just like cut a corner. It'll be a much chintzier headset, mind you. Like at that point, the PlayStations will be like prime piece of shit. You're like, oh, sweet, but
I don't think Microsoft would release something so underpowered. Like I think if they do it, they're gonna go all out. It's gonna be just as good or better than whatever PlayStation has at the time.
I just can't wait till they get into it because there are some experiences where it's like, oh, I feel that my friends are missing out. Like that Star Wars Battlefront 1, for instance.
It's a really cool experience. Yeah,
really cool experience. You feel like all your friends should experience that experience.
Flying an X-wing and
looking behind you and seeing R2-D2 behind you.
Beep, 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 boop, fucking making noises and shit, repairing your ship while it's blowing up.
Yeah, you pass some TIE fighters and you look behind you. There's TIE fighters behind you.
Yeah, that experience is really cool. My favorite one was definitely the Batman VR one. That one's nuts, dude. Like it really is. You're Batman, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. When you're in the
fucking
mirror,
Batman.
like looking at yourself, like, woo. There's a lot of cool shit.
Batman.
I'm glad I'm glad they're keeping up with it, but we'll see how that shit goes.
See what happens with the VR world.
I
think Sony's gonna sell a lot more headsets this year.
The one I check it like almost every day is a Wipeout XL or the Wipeout Omega collection or whatever.
That's coming for VR.
Yeah, they're gonna have a VR extension on there. That's
where
gonna be free
you
for
drive
people.
it in VR. Oh shit! You're gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be so hard. That's gonna be hard as fuck.
I'm gonna feel like Angelina Jolie and Hackers in like 1997. It's gonna be the greatest experience of my life.
All right, guys. If you're done sucking VR's dick, Jesus, why don't you get us out of here?
Oh man, no! VR's the future. VR
Are you gonna
future.
suck some more VR dick?
I was about to. Can I suck Angelina Jolie's dick? Thank you.
With that being said, people,
I don't care. I don't care what race it is either. Wait, I don't think that person got quoted earlier. That's gonna seem so out of context. Like it sound like a racist bastard, guys. We had this conflict. I don't care what dick you throw in my face. If it's I accept any race dick. So
he's pro color dick.
Pro color, pro hipster.
I'm not racist on dicks, so mind you.
But yeah, with all that being said, it's the end of the spotlight. Thank you for joining us, Johnathan. Where could people find you, Johnathan, if they want to hire you for some graphic design?
Okay. Well, shit. Okay.
He's free. He doesn't take money.
I'll pay you. Okay, so if you want me to pay you to do a graphic design project for yourself, you can hit me up at basically Pinpoint Red on a bunch of shit. So if you look up a Pinpoint Red on just Google and you'll see some of my stuff. But yeah, I'm on there on DeviantArt. I'm also on SoundCloud. So I have some of my music mixes up there. I do like some breakcore, IDM, some dubstep, grindcore.
I'm gonna put that as the outro.
I'm also on that's SoundCloud, DeviantArt, and then on Xbox and PlayStation on Pinpoint Red too. If you want to fucking game with me, I'm mostly playing Titanfall. I'll play Gears of War with you too, and I'll play some Destiny. Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I just Googled you.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing that came up was SoundCloud.
Okay.
So you could search for him on SoundCloud.
I'm on a bunch of it, and there's really no other Pinpoint Red.
Reactionary.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. It's actually so on Bandcamp. If you look at Reactionary Records, I run that. So that's my breakcore IDM dubstep label. I do. I did that for like a good 5-7 years.
What the hell is Mixcloud?
Mixcloud? Oh, it's another, just a place to throw up mixes. So I have some of my old DJ mixes. We used to do a thing when I was running that label. We did Reactionary Tuesdays up here in Portland. So every Tuesday night we had this club, and we would just have a bunch of people come through and play music.
I'm gonna play Pinpoint Red's Bit by the Bytes.
Oh, that's my chiptune. That's my chiptune mix.
As our outro song for this show.
Nice. I love that mix.
It's 20 minutes long.
Oh, man.
It's 20 minutes of Jonathan's song you're going to hear for the end of the show.
Oh, I'm down with that.
But guess what? Guess what the, like, sixth thing that came up when I Google searched you?
Porn.
Was it a dick pic?
No.
Was it
HGP number 180 Penpointred VR.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Nice. My VR experience. That was great. Oh.
Anyway.
I can't wait till we have a rooftop party, though, whenever you come through, where we're doing it.
VRs and switches.
Jonathan.
What?
Penpointred on MySpace. Go find him on MySpace, guys.
Oh, yeah, MySpace. I'm on there. Yep.
I'm going to click on your MySpace.
Oh, my God.
I haven't seen MySpace in so long.
It's way different now. It's way different. MySpace is like all...
Wow, it is way different.
At least it's on my GeoCities account.
Who's on this top 10 friends?
Oh, I love I miss top friends. I miss MySpace. Those were good days. But yeah, I love my chiptune mix. So yeah, definitely use that going out because that shit's good. Don't appreciate it. Shit gets hard. But yeah, and then back in my rave days, we would throw parties that would have like, you know, when we were doing our budget, we would kind of like work around like 500 people showing up and just fucking wreck it. It's good. But
cool.
Yeah, I'm old. I am about to turn fucking 41.
Damn,
so
damn.
Hey, you and me both, buddy.
Jonathan's rave days are over.
Man, I went out last week and it took me like 3 days recovery time. So it's like I get talked into doing shows every now and then, but oh my God, I'm not a youngster anymore for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can't keep up.
Okay. Well, go find them, people. Have Jonathan throw a rave party for you.
Oh, yeah. Hit me up. I'll totally throw a rave in your area.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can find me on Xbox Live, Gamertag, Jesus Walks a Lot. Everywhere, different things. Like on PlayStation, I'm GSUS Walks a Lot. On Twitter, I'm at Jesus Walks a Lot. You
What's
know
your
where to find
MySpace?
us. My MySpace, I don't have a MySpace anymore, but when I had a MySpace, it was MySpace.com.
You know what, Jesus? I bet you do. If you look it up, it's probably there.
You think it's there? Maybe. I'm going to look myself up.
What was it, Jesus? Come on, Jesus. What was it?
I'm not going to tell you now. I'm verified that I'm not there anymore.
Fuck you, Ryan.
I'm going to have to look myself up later tonight, see if I'm still there.
You still walk?
And yeah. You can follow us on Twitter at _horriblegamers. Email us feedback@horriblegamers.com if you want to be part of the Spotlight shows. They're free. You don't have to pay us like Jonathan does. He just likes to do it for fun.
No way, what the fuck? I want my money back.
We tricked them into telling him he needs to pay us to come on the show now. And you can, email us, do that. Reach out to us, people. Give us feedback. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. We really appreciate it. And share with your friends the show. Share them all. You know, do what you do.
I like to record them and then put them on floppy disks and then put them on people's doorsteps.
Oh.
And I like to also put them on cassette tapes and put little hearts on them and
just
give them to people.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good ideas.
And I also like to put them on MP3s and make necklaces out of them and give them to people.
Oh man, necklace MP3 podcasting.
Horrible gamers, and then like
it's the future.
I love you.
It's the future.
Ryan,
where can we find you?
You can find me on PSN, Steam, and Xbox Live under Gib8777. And I'm trying to find out if I still have. I don't know if I have a MySpace anymore.
MySpace.
Do you have a GeoCities account?
I did at one point.
MySpace.
What about what's some of the other ones that were really? Do you have a SoulSeek account? Napster.
Napster. I wouldn't have signed up for a Napster account. I used the free version, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
SoulSeek for life. But, SLSK.
Arr, matey.
Arr. Pirates in the storm.
Oh, here we go. Ryan Gibson on MySpace. No, this isn't me.
Does he have hair?
No, he has a picture of a dog. I don't have a dog.
Oh. Did you ever want to have a dog? If so.
Sometimes, but other times not.
Okay. Well, MySpace, you can have a dog.
MySpace, you can. I can't believe MySpace is still a thing. I can't believe this website is still running. It's like way different now. It's all like articles and music.
MySpace is the coolest thing since television.
Ooh, man, yeah, this is so old looking. Like it feels weird. But anyways, we're done, people. We're done. Peace out, Brussels sprouts, and enjoy.
Wait, can we talk some more though? I mean, okay, it's like hanging out.
Okay, well,
you know, it's like my birthday and all in like 2 days. Can we talk
the show's not over. Show's not over. We're continuing. What do you want to talk about?
Come on. I don't know. My birthday's in like 3 days, so if we can just last until then, that'd be pretty awesome.
Gonna keep recording for the next 3 days.
Oh shit! Oh man!
All, guys. You guys like How to Train Your Dragon? I've been watching that. It's been pretty good. Oh man, How to Train Your Dragon on Netflix was amazing. They ended they've been going on for like 7 seasons, and the series finale just happened. And I feel that there's not going to be any more because the way that they ended it goes directly into How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's amazing. It blew my mind. Like when I was watching it, I'm like, this is weird. It's like alternate reality. I don't know how they're going to get back into How to Train Your Dragon 2. And then they did it. They just they got rid of the island that they were training on. They got rid of the dragon detector thing that they were investigating. All the loose ends, they just got rid of it, and then they went back to How to Train Your Dragon just so his dad can die. And yeah.
Really, this is how we're going to end the show?
I mean, I'm still recording. I don't know what's happening right now. This is just going.
Star Wars Rebels is really good too. I don't know if you guys like Star Wars Rebels.
We're hearing Johnathan just ramble about things for the next 3 days.
You can just put that 20-minute track and have him talk over top.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I've also been watching The Bachelor. I don't know if you guys saw, but it was like the most dramatic ending of The Bachelor ever. Like, he broke up with his girlfriend, and it took him like 45 minutes, and it was so uncomfortable. It was crazy. It was Ari. I don't know what you were doing.
He broke up with his girlfriend in 45 minutes. He picked the next girl he was going to marry.
Yeah, no. It was not his girlfriend, but his fiance. So he proposed to this girl, and they were together for like a couple of weeks, and then he decided that he liked the other girl that he let go. So he's like, oh my gosh, he was freaking out. So he went over and talked to her and was like, we need to end this. And then she kept saying like, go away. And then he wouldn't go away. You know, when someone just doesn't leave and just doesn't let things end. Yeah, he doesn't let. He didn't
stalked her.
Yeah, he would just sit there and just and she's like, go away. And he's like, okay. And go.
She got a restraining order and he wouldn't go away.
But then, good episode of The Bachelor.
But then he got the next episode was like after The Bachelor, and then he proposed to the girl that was a second. That he was. I could tell from the beginning that that's where his heart was going. Like, I knew that he liked that girl.
Johnathan, can I just tell you something? Those shows are such fucking bullshit.
No, they aren't.
The shit that you're watching, the shit that you're watching is so fucking set up, dude. It's so set up. I want you to do something. I want you to do a little piece of research, okay?
I listened to the podcast.
No. Listen to me. Stop talking. Stop talking, John. Stop. I want you to go and I want you to watch season 1, 2, and 3 of the TV show Unreal.
Oh, that's a fake version of that, though. That's not how it goes down, though.
You want to make a bet? That's exactly what fucking happens behind
No. I know how it goes down. I listen to also the Bachelor podcast. And,
yeah, because they're going to tell you exactly what's going on.
So I keep up with that. Also, in Star Wars podcast, too. I like Star Wars shit. So, yeah. Wait, my birthday's in 3 more days. Oh, man, this is taking forever.
Have you ever seen that show, though, Johnathan? Unreal?
I watched, the first episode. I thought it was pretty funny, but then,
It's not funny, dude. It's fucking, it's dramatic,
this
dude.
Is really
it's
going for 20 minutes.
We got 3 more days of this.
I can't believe I'm still recording this shit. The show's not
Peace
over.
out, Brussels sprout.
Wait, Star Wars Rebels. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. The finale was amazing on that one too. They tied everything up in the Return of the Jedi, and
Johnathan, whoa, stop. Hard stop right here.
Oh man, no, keep going.
Buddy.
Keep going. We're recording.
Oh wait. Actually, no. Okay, so what are you guys' plans for Star Wars year this year? So I just found out recently that so they're gonna make Star Wars Day May 25th, which before used to be May 4th. So like,
That was just a little listening segment, man. I'm gonna get used to the soon them way. All who agree with me say yes, Russ. Cloud tune.
Understandable smooth shit, that murderous smooth shit.
ねし、ほんといい加減にしねえと俺はほんとにやっちまうぞ。オラでポスやごでりにゃ。The mad Japanese this year, you are really to see me get mad. ボンボクラーフォーソナゴデリニャ。メンバーミトリオ。メンバーミトリオ。
My cipher complete. Understandable smooth shit, that murderous move with. I sip the Don P, watching Gandhi till I'm charged. Writing in my book of rhymes, all the words past the margin. The whole of mic of throbbing, mechanical movement. Understandable smooth shit, that murderers move with. This 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 murderers move with.